Go with it. Just go.
Let's go. All right, you are live with Third Down with Morgan Holder. I am Morgan.
And Holder, welcome to the show.
Holder, the upsets this week, right? We shouldn't talk
What about the shout out? Why are you?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm just ready. I'm just ready to get the show going. We're get the show going.
Disrespecting your show.
I want to give a shout out to First Take, Undisputed, and Mike and Mike.
Who?
You heard me. First Take, Undisputed, Mike and Mike. I'm, the good guys.
This is a regular for you.
Yeah. Okay.
So are they giving you good? No disrespect. I like those guys, but they're not. They're not like my guys at the pivot. Up close and personal. Who's the star of that?
The reason why you like that show is because of a former Pittsburgh player.
Ryan Clark, Pro Bowl safety.
That is why.
But speak for yourself. How candid can you get with those guys with Acho leading the way? And the guys from, what's that show, Get Up?
I guess.
Pretty good. Rex Ryan and Orlovsky.
I don't like Rex Ryan.
Dan Orlovsky, no.
Orlovsky's terrible too. He was a terrible quarterback.
He's terrible. And he rips all these quarterbacks apart,
Like he was the GOAT of quarterbacks.
Yeah, exactly. You hit the nail right on the head, Morgan. For the first time, I agree with you on something.
Hold on, timeout. For the first time, but I beat you like 5 times in a row, like past 5 weeks.
You're going to bring that up?
I'm going to bring it up. Let me tell you.
You're talking about picks?
You know what?
Every dog has his day. You know what?
I'm
going to be like my team, Pittsburgh, and start a winning streak, okay?
You say that. Every week you say that, and yet it has not happened.
You know what? If I would have gone with my gut on some of the games we picked, like the Packers game,
I don't know why you didn't go with your gut.
I would have beat you.
You would have. Yeah, you would have, because you lost, when you picked Buffalo to beat Minnesota. That didn't happen. That didn't happen at all, and I told you it wasn't going to. Moving.
You know what? We'll come to that game when it's time.
Oh, definitely.
You're just going to go on a rampage and all this other stuff. Let's start with injury updates and things of that.
Yeah, because you picked this team to beat New Orleans. Now, I get it. It's New Orleans because, Pitt beat New Orleans. But Cooper Kupp is out for like 4 weeks, and I don't think you understand. He's like the star of this team.
I know what it is with you. You're a bandwagoner. You don't have faith in. You know what?
How am I a bandwagon?
The Rams aren't playing.
They're not playing up the potential.
Caliber team.
They're not.
Get it. But every team has a slump. Okay, they go through these slumps. And I just believe that Matt Stafford is a great quarterback.
He's great besides this year. But he's not the greatest.
So with no Cooper Kupp, you're predicting that they're not gonna make the playoffs.
They're not even making the playoffs right now, the way that this team is playing.
But I'm saying they could win.
I don't see it happening.
But you're saying
no,
they're not going to make the playoffs.
No. I mean, they're 3-6. They're below 500. They're 300 team right now. They're dead last in NFC West. Dead last.
Okay, but didn't you pick the Chargers to go to the playoffs?
But you know what? The Chargers are second place. They're in second place. They're in second place in NFC West.
But
they're above 500.
When they were losing, you were like, you know what? I was wrong. I thought they were.
They're not Super Bowl contenders this year. Give it a little bit. Give it a little bit. Injuries happen so quick. I couldn't watch no more.
Well, Cooper Kupp is a big loss for that team. I'll give you that.
That's a huge loss. I mean, they're 2-4 at home. 2-4 at home. That's terrible. 1-3 in the division. 3-5 in the conference. I mean, that's terrible. That is way terrible.
And I take it with all of this noise you're making, you didn't pick the Rams.
That's a conversation we're going to have to wait to the later. I'm not giving out surprises.
I'm saying you didn't pick the Rams to win this game that they lost.
No.
You have your opinions. I have mine. This is an opinionated show.
It is. It is enough of the slumps right now. Enough of the slumps. Let's go to Chase Young, who is active for this week, meaning that he could play this week, meaning that defense in Washington can be 10 times better than what they are right now. 10 times better.
10 times. They'll be better.
Oh, they're going to be. They're going to be phenomenal. Phenomenal. I like Chase Young.
They'll be better.
They're going to be good. They're going to be great. Will they make the playoffs?
Chase Young plays above his injury and doesn't play.
They will not make the playoffs this year, but I'm telling you right now, Chase Young is going to be phenomenal.
If he plays to he may have lost a step. He may have not.
So why are you going to put that bad look on that guy like that?
I love Chase Young. As a matter of fact, Mike Tomlin wanted to draft Chase Young.
You guys should have.
Well, somebody took him before we got him.
That's true. You should have traded up.
Well, it is what it is.
I like Chase Young. I like Chase Young since he's been with the University of Ohio State. I liked him then. I thought he was a big factor. He's a big factor right now in Washington. He's a key player for that team.
He is, but we'll see. We'll see. It doesn't change the offense. It helps the defense.
Well, here's the thing about the offense. Since Tyler Hickney has been quarterback, they've went 5-1, and we're going to talk about what happened Monday night with him at quarterback. I think they should stick with him and until Carson went to sit the bench. In my opinion. 5-1, really good. Right now, that team's above 500, or at 500. Let's put it that way. Carson Wentz comes in. Yeah,
Carson Wentz hasn't been the same since his injury his rookie year.
That's what I'm saying. With Carson Wentz coming in, they're going to be below 500. But right now, they're at 500. Leave it alone. Let Tyler Hickney play his game, and they will be at 500 still. They won't make the playoffs, but they'll be at 500. And I'm going to tell you why they won't make the playoffs. Because you got Philadelphia in that division. You got the Giants, who's doing okay. They're, I think, second. And then you have Dallas Cowboys as number 3.
Yeah, maybe. Well, you're right. I don't think the Commanders are going to go to the playoffs. I don't think the Commanders will be able to truly make their mark till next season if they stay healthy.
I like Ron Rivera, but I don't think he's the coach that the Washington needs.
Wasn't he in Carolina?
He was. He was in Carolina with Cam Newton, Super Bowl team. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's a coach that Washington needs. I don't think he's a coach that Washington should have. I like Ron Rivera. Don't get me wrong. He's a hell of a coach. But I don't think Washington should have him. I mean, he's had health problems. He's had some issues going on. I think they should wash their hands with him.
Well, listen to you.
I'm just saying. No, I'm not trying to – and just so fans will know, I'm not trying to badmouth Ron Rivera. I like Ron Rivera. He just has a lot going on for him. He has a lot on his plate. I think he should step away from the game and spend time with his family. I mean –
hopefully we may have some Commander fans out there. Well, maybe that's a question we should ask them.
Yeah. So if there's any Washington Commander teams or fans out there, give us feedback.
You kind of went out, or we didn't. Well, I didn't hear you.
Oh, you didn't hear me? Okay, so I was saying, if there's any Washington Commander fans out there, give us feedback. Let us know what you think about Ron Rivera, if you guys think he's a good coach, the coach you guys want, or give us feedback about Chase Young. Is he going to be a factor for this defense to make them a playoff contender or not? Give us feedback. And at the end of the show, I'll tell you where you guys can email this at. Or you guys get on YouTube and subscribe and also leave us comments. With that being said.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
And let me ask you a question. And I want you to go to your computer there. And who do the Commanders have left on the schedule that could possibly make them a playoff contender?
I'm not saying I'm not saying they could beat. I mean, they got Houston, Texans this week. I mean, that should be an easy win. But let's see, they're 5.
I mean, have they played the teams in their division?
Let's see. Once.
Have they played everybody in the division?
They played the Eagles twice already. They played the Cowboys once.
Okay.
So they got the Giants left. They actually played the Giants back to back, December 4th and December 18th.
All those games.
They lost against the Cowboys and the Eagles. Right now they're standing. Let's see, division.
0-2 in the division.
Yes.
Which is not bad.
No. And here's the thing.
Chase Young coming back, he came back on time.
And here's the thing, though, because right now they're only in 8th place. Out of all of the NFC teams, they're in 8th place, which is good because there's still time for them to come back and try to win. That's really good.
I don't think that they can do it, but I mean, you must have some type of belief.
I just like Chase Young.
Crystal ball or something. I don't see.
I just like Chase Young. I mean, right now, right now, if they can beat the Cowboys and they can beat the Giants twice, that will push them above the Giants.
Well, the Cowboys are beatable.
They are. I mean, because we've seen it done this week where the Packers of all teams beating them. I mean, we wouldn't be here to talking about the Packers if they wasn't terrible this year. And I'm sorry, Packer fans. I'm not trying to badmouth the Packers. Don't think that. I'm not. I'm just saying the Packers ain't playing like they have been in the past years. This team has lost 5 games straight before they came and beat Dallas.
Okay, Mr. Stats, man. Do you have stats for this game?
I do.
Last Packers game?
I do. Aaron Rodgers went 14 for 20, which is phenomenal. 224 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jones had 138 yards with 24 carries with a touchdown. That is phenomenal. Not to mention that Watson, one of a young receiver, had 4 catches for 107 yards with 3 touchdowns. That is phenomenal with the Packers because I remember Aaron Rodgers saying his receiving core couldn't run routes, they couldn't catch, they would drop passes. But this game right here, it seemed like a young stud stepped up.
They played to their potential, and you know what? We're getting later into the season.
But
maybe this is the point where they're starting to gel.
But here's the thing, though. The Cowboys' running defense is terrible. Because you gave up 138 yards with 24 carries. That's terrible.
It is.
That's terrible.
You take something away from it. The Packers were good.
Oh, the Packers defense was phenomenal because Prescott went.
The Packers were good. You can't take away from.
Granted, Prescott.
I mean, I don't know what Dallas ranks in run defense for the league.
That's something we should look up for next show. That's what we should look up. We should look up.
Every game is different. Sometimes you come, you play. Think about the teams that have a higher percentage of winning and beating a team that, let's say they have a 14-point edge, right? Or a 10-point edge. And they wind up winning by 3. They still win.
They do.
They don't play to their full potential.
That's right. You're right. You're absolutely right. And it can go either way. It really can. It can go either way. But for me to sit here and I don't, again, for people to think I'm bad-mouthing the Packers or bad-mouthing Dallas, I'm not. I'm just saying that Packers hasn't been playing for their full potential this year because, again, they lost 5 straight before they beat Dallas. That says us something because I don't think the Packers ever done that ever since I've been alive. I don't think they lost
Well,
5 games straight.
Speaking of bad mouthing the team, I worked with a guy that was a Dallas Cowboys fan for life. And he said, this was last weekend, and he said he didn't have any faith in Dak Prescott.
I don't either. I'm not a Dallas fan, but I don't either. Cooper Rush went 5-1 with this team. Did really phenomenal. Prescott comes back and goes 1-1. 1-1. A Packers team is a team that you should beat this year. And granted, Holder, if I'm not mistaken, you said that the weather's going to be a factor. You did. And it showed. Maybe the weather was a factor. But again, I think the Cowboys is 10 times better than the Packers this year. But obviously not. I guess I was wrong.
I mean, you're really big on using that 10 times better analogy. But to be honest with you, that game was a toss-up to me because both teams, I'm not going to say are terrible. And Dak did win his first game back.
He did. He
won his first game back. But, with what Cooper Rush did, you're right. You're 100% right. He went 5-1.
That team was rolling.
He was 1-1 on his return.
And that team was rolling. And the game that Cooper Rush lost was against the Eagles. A team that showed us so much potential this year, the Eagles, they was undefeated until recently. But the Eagles' defense was unstoppable, it seemed like. The offense was unstoppable, it seemed like. But, again...
The Eagles' defense is stout. I mean, their front is
definitely. They seem unstoppable. But at the end of the day, any team could be beaten and it's showing this week that any team could be beaten.
Well, I've been preaching that to you. This is the NFL.
You're right.
This is the NFL. That's why we have the upsets. And the majority of the upsets are divisional games.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. You know what? You should be happy, though, because the next topic, you should love this. Pittsburgh gets Watt back, and they get back in the winning column. Watt came back with...
They do, without Minkah Fitzpatrick.
That's true. That is true without Fitzpatrick. That is very true. I left that out. I'm sorry. But...
Okay.
But I've been preaching this to listeners and like I was telling Holder, Watt is the heart of that defense, and I believe in my heart that if Watt wasn't back, this team probably wouldn't have beat New Orleans. I hate to say it.
Oh my God! You forget that we added DeMonte Casey, which is going. When we play Big Nickel, this is going to. If we stay healthy and play Big Nickel, our defense is going to prevail, okay? And now, listen to me. I didn't disagree with you that Watt. I know.
Oh, you definitely didn't disagree with me. You didn't. But at the end of the day, I just think Pittsburgh relies on Watt way more than they should. I mean, they have other defensive players who's really good that you should rely on too. Like you said before, Cam Haywood. Like, they should rely on him also.
But you know what? I was impressed that they stopped Kamara.
20 yards. Was it 20 yards with like 8 carries or something like that?
26 yards. Yeah, eight carries for 26 yards, which it leads you to question why they stopped giving Kamara the ball.
Honestly,
he only had 26 yards.
I'm not.
Defense down. Kamara is fast.
Oh yeah, he's strong.
If you look at all the other stats, look at Olave. Chris Olave only had 40 yards receiving.
That's true.
And that's probably due to Watt pressure and the Red Rifle, as he calls himself.
I mean, not just that. I mean, speaking of the Red Rifle, he had 17. He went 17 for 27, which is not good, especially against that defense. For 174 yards with 1 touchdown, sacked twice, and 2 interceptions. That is not good. Because Andy Dalton can run. I don't know if he's scared to run. I don't know if he's like, the defense of guys now is too big, too strong, too quick. I don't know. Maybe he's like, I'm getting up there in age. But Dalton's good.
That's going to be my next question to you. Why doesn't he run? I mean, yeah, he's already established the fact.
I just don't think
he's a pocket quarterback, but he has legs. The guy can run.
I really feel like he's out of his prime, and he feels like he's at, if he feels like if he runs against a young, big, defensive end, that they're going to clobber him down. So he's like, I'm not going to do it. I mean, look at Aaron Donald, for example. He's big, he's quick. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine somebody his size coming at somebody like Andy Dalton, who's what? He's like 6 foot something, but like under 220 pounds. I mean, could you imagine that?
I could imagine that, and that would work to his advantage. But he's not going to run. And speaking of running, the Steelers ran for 217 yards.
Again, do you understand that? I mean, I know you're a Pittsburgh fan, but listeners and subscribers probably don't understand that Pittsburgh is really good running the ball. They got Harris, they got your boy Jalen, and they have Pickett, a quarterback who could run and throw.
And he runs.
Exactly.
He runs. He had 2 runs for over 20 yards. I think one was 23 yards. And he runs when it's necessary.
I'm not a Pittsburgh fan, so I'm going to throw that out there. But I like Watt, and I like Pickett. I think Pickett is that future of the quarterback. I think he's going to hold the starting position until he retires.
Like George Pickens, you don't like Minka Fitzpatrick?
Look,
how could you not like?
I'm not saying I don't like those two.
Bulldogs, you don't like George Pickens?
First of all, let me quit you. I'm not a Georgia fan. I like Georgia Bulldogs, but I'm not a huge fan of Georgia. Okay.
Oh my God.
But
wasn't that you preaching about Georgia's going to beat Alabama? Blah blah blah.
And they did.
Blah, blah.
They did. Georgia was good. Georgia was good.
These players are phenomenal.
They was. They are. Look.
But when they get to Pittsburgh, they're all right.
Because it's not my team. It's not my team. I can't be like, oh, man, shoot, Pittsburgh's going to be awesome. No, because that's like me jabbing the bandwagon. I'm a Minnesota fan.
George Pickens was awesome at Georgia. And when I said we got George Pickens in the draft, and you saw that, all of a sudden, he's all right.
Because, again, he's not playing for the Vikings. He's not wearing the purple and gold.
Is that what this is about?
Yeah, that's what it's about. If he was wearing that purple and gold. If he was wearing that purple and gold instead of black and gold, I'm like, dude, he's amazing. Just like I gave you hell about Kenny Pickett, I gave you hell about him.
You know what? When we get to the Minnesota game with Buffalo, and I admittedly was wrong. I picked Buffalo, but when we get to that game, we'll talk about it. Are we done with the Pittsburgh game yet?
If you want to be done with Pittsburgh, move on about how Washington did unthinkable and beat Philadelphia, giving Philadelphia the first loss. I'm at a loss there because I picked Philadelphia. And I didn't think Washington would be that team to beat Philadelphia. I was thinking maybe the Dallas Cowboys or a team like that. I didn't think Washington would be that team to beat.
Well, I think everybody picked Philadelphia except the Washington fans.
I mean, Heinicke went 17 for 29, which is not good, but it's not bad. He got sacked 3 times. McLaren, he had 128 yards with 8 catches. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. Especially of Heinicke not being a starter. He's a bench player, right? I think this is his team now. I think this is his chance to show Carson Wentz, like, I'm here to stay. This is my team. You got to go somewhere else.
Well, and that's how Tom Brady got his break, right?
That's true.
Bledsoe went down. Entered Tom Brady, and he took that team, and he did some great things, but he also did some cheating things. We won't get into that. But this could be his opportunity.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
be the face of that franchise.
I mean, nothing against Heinicke, but he's good.
Heinicke.
It's not Heinicke. I think it's Hickey, but it's okay.
It is Heinicke.
Okay.
It's Heinicke.
That's why I just said that. Hater.
Then you said Heinicke.
But anyways, I really think he has something to prove. And
he does.
I'm not dogging Washington, but I honestly don't think that Ron Rivera is a good. How can I put it? Ron Rivera is a coach. He's a good coach, but he's not a good fit for Washington. I don't want to sound like a hater, but I don't think he's a good fit for Washington. He has some health issues. I honestly think that he should just retire, spend time with family. I mean, he's not like Cam Newton. Cam Newton after Super Bowl wasn't the same. Ron Rivera's not the same after Super Bowl. That when him and Carolina, together.
So what are you saying? So are you saying Rivera's done? Because Cam Newton is done.
I mean, well, you got to think though. Ron Rivera had cancer, right? So I believe it's time for him to retire. I mean, again, like I said, he had some health issues, health scares. Hang it up, man. Spend time with family. You've done a lot. You've done a lot to as a coach, as a player. Just hang it up. Give it to a youngster. Again, I'm not trying to badmouth Washington, so please, fans, don't think I am.
Rivera played with the 85 Bears, dude.
That's what I'm saying. He was a good player.
Okay, he was a damn good linebacker.
And that's what I'm saying. He's a good coach. But at the end of the day, with having health scares, just go ahead and you gotta think Washington's being on this. They're trying to trade. They're trying to sell the team.
Which they should.
Yeah.
Because that owner is a jackass.
You just on the air, but
jackass. You can say jackass on the air, okay? You can even say ass like you said. You can say ass because it's in the Bible, okay? I'm going by what you quote, okay? So jackass is not a bad.
And this speaking of the owner, this comes out after he said he has like dirt on Jerry Jones and the rest of the NFL owners. He has dirt on Commissioner Roger Goodell. Like, and after he said that, like a few weeks later, now he wants to put the team on a cell block.
They don't want him in the NFL. No, they don't want him nor anyone in his family. What is it, Smith?
It's Snyder's. Dan Snyder.
They don't want any of them in the NFL at all.
So,
and I don't blame them.
So I'm gonna leave it up for Washington Commander fans. I know we got some fans out there listening. Please give me your feedback. Let me know what you feel that I'm saying right now, if it's right or wrong, about Ron Rivera, about Carson Wentz not starting, let him sit the bench for the rest of the year. And let me know about Chase Young coming back and giving his defense 10 times better than what they are. Please, I like feedback. Please give me your feedback. Let Holder know what you think.
In time.
So,
gosh.
Man, this next topic I'm happy, but at the same time I was about to cry. Not gonna lie, yes, I was about to cry. Minnesota, and of all people was doubting them. They beat Buffalo at Buffalo.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Minnesota. I'm sure you knew that game was over.
Look,
when they stopped your quarterback who tried to sneak.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to the fans out there. At halftime, I changed it. I went downstairs. I left from upstairs and went downstairs and started watching TV with the wife.
I did not text you once.
You didn't. I happened to look at the score. I'm like, oh man, this game is in overtime. I need to go back upstairs. Like, I was in shock because they was down, I want to say 24 points. They was down. I was like, man, this game's over with. I'm done watching it. Done. Like, I was kind of fed up. I'm like, you know what? Like, this is the week I'm gonna lose. Like, I'm done.
So you're telling me you didn't see that?
Oh yeah, I watched the overtime. I watched the overtime.
No, not in overtime. This is before.
Oh, you got the fourth quarter.
When the game was on the line, they could have scored and went ahead.
They stopped. Yeah, the fourth quarter.
Because your boy tried to do a sneak.
Yeah,
and they stopped him.
I had it. I was listening to it on my phone at that point because I thought they had it won, but when they stopped them, that's when I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm not listening. I'm not doing it. And then maybe like 5 minutes later, I happened to get a score alert, and it was overtime. I'm like, I need to check this game out because I for sure thought they was going to lose.
Well, I thought they were going to lose in overtime because
and then
they only had a field goal.
Exactly.
And
when they did that field goal, I was like, oh man, Josh Allen's going to come out here and just to throw 50 yards and score, right? That didn't happen.
I think he rushed it. If he would have took his time and gradually, went, because I think they were at like the 30-something yard line.
Those at 30-yard line, yeah.
When he threw that pick, I mean, if he would have just inched up and got closer to the red zone, I think they could have won.
Again, I'm a Minnesota fan.
I thought that this was a game where Diggs would get his revenge.
Diggs did good against that defense. He did really good. 128 yards, 12 catches out of 16 targets. No touchdowns though, but he did good. He did really good.
He did good, but he didn't do Jefferson good, okay?
Oh, Jefferson. Oh, man. He had 193 yards, 10 catches out of 16 targets with a touchdown.
Yeah. One-handed grab. I don't know if you saw that one-handed
grab. Yep.
That was like a Troy Polamalu catch.
So this is...
And I was like,
man.
whoa.
So this is why I'm at with this. Like, I was thinking, I'm like, man, and when they traded Diggs, I was like, who's going to be the receiver next for the Vikings, When they drafted Jefferson, I'm like, okay, he was good in LSU. But that's LSU. That was college. This is NFL. When he did really good his rookie year, I was like, oh, yeah, he's the guy we need to keep. And and honestly, I was like, we won that trade because we got a good young receiver. But could you imagine if Diggs was still there in Minnesota and Jefferson there with Adam Thielen? I think that team would have been phenomenal, even more what they are right now. But we'll never know.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
He had what? He had like 10 catches for like 193, you said?
193, yeah. Where Diggs had, 12 catches for 128 yards. I think what hurt Allen, I think what hurt the Bills is when they stopped running. Like, Singletary was running over Minnesota's defense. I think he averaged 50 yards, but he was getting first downs after first downs, and they stopped doing that after he fumbled. If they didn't stop that, I think that he would have ran all day against Minnesota. I think it's what hurt Buffalo, to be honest.
Well, you know what? Your game and the
Dallas.
What was it, the Washington game?
No, you thought Dallas and the Packers went to overtime, right?
Yeah, but I don't think those are the best games. The Minnesota-Buffalo game and...
you trying to tell me that a team going to overtime, two games going to overtime, two teams going to overtime, the same day, you don't think it was a good game? You rather see Washington blow out Philadelphia?
Because I know both teams were down. Okay, I know Minnesota was down.
Oh, and then Philadelphia. Dallas. But Washington was down too at one point. So, yeah.
I'm sorry. Green Bay was down. Green Bay was down 14. And you guys were down what?
23.
So, yeah, I don't know. Here's what I'm saying. I know there were two good games. I can't remember, but I know your game, the Minnesota-Buffalo game, was probably the best game.
Oh, definitely. If anybody's seen that Minnesota and Buffalo game, I guarantee if you're not a fan for both those teams, you still on the edge of your seat like, oh my God, like, I can't believe Minnesota came back. Or I can't believe Minnesota actually beat Buffalo, who had number 2 defense this year, by the way.
I'm telling you. I told you. And if you listen to me, I told you 100 times, I know you're a Minnesota fan, but all they had to do play a shotgun formation, and all he had to do was throw the ball out of bounds 2 times.
Oh, right? Yeah. Yep.
And they would have had that game. Even though it would have stopped the clock, all he had to do was run the plays, then shotgun formation. They didn't have to get under center. And I know Josh Allen is known for getting under center and doing sneaks because of his height.
But here's the thing, though. You've done it all game. If you've done a quarterback sneak all game almost, the team's going to pick up on it. Because I think he got 50 or 60 yards rushing. But
they didn't stop him. He fumbled.
He fumbled, and then he threw an interception.
Well,
But
yeah, at the end of the game. But I'm saying at the goal line when they had.
Oh, yeah, when you
to the goal
fumbled.
line,
when you fumbled,
you know,
but
all he had to do, was take a sneak and lean forward and run the clock out. Right.
I'm not going to say it's sneak. What he should have done was a halfback screen. Halfback
These
screen.
things happen. They happen.
They do. Let me ask you a question, Holder.
Minnesota got lucky.
Never mind. You answer my question. I think they're for real. I don't think they got lucky. I think they are for real this year.
Minnesota got lucky.
I think they're for real this year.
Lucky. If you wouldn't have left that game, you would have saw how lucky Minnesota was.
I
watched that game.
I don't think they got lucky. I think they're for real.
Okay. I had picture in the picture. Okay. I watched my game and I watched your game. At the same
but
time.
You know what though? Maybe it was me. If I was watching that game, they probably would have lost. When I shut it off, they took it in overtime. I feel like
you're saying you're a jinx for the team.
I think so. Just saying, because
what's the next topic? You know what? We can beat this dead horse. Okay, I do like Minnesota. I think Minnesota has a very balanced. I just don't like the quarterback. That's it.
I don't like Cousins either. So, Holder, you ready for the next topic? I think this is going to be week 6. I'm going to beat you. That's right.
Oh, no.
I'm going for 6. No. Number 6.
Week 6? You mean?
No, I'm going for number 6. Number 6. Number 6.
You're not going to beat me 6 times in a row.
Yeah, I am. I got faith in me.
Yeah, you're the only one. Why are you so hyped about beating me 6 times in a row?
Because you beat me that one week, like, whew, I think I lost every game but 2. And I told you.
I don't know what to tell you. What makes you think you're going to win this week?
Oh, because I got Green Bay and you got Tennessee at Green Bay.
You think Tennessee is going to lose to Green Bay?
Definitely. Let me tell you.
You don't think Green Bay got lucky against Dallas?
No. Let me tell you. I mean, they might got lucky, but let me tell you why. They're coming off that game, that big winning game at home. They're going to turn back around and win at home. They don't want to lose at home. Who wants to lose at home?
Oh, God. So you're saying Dallas is better than Tennessee?
No. I'm saying that Green Bay is better than Tennessee.
Well, they beat Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, we beat Washington, lost against Philadelphia, but Washington beat Philadelphia, so.
Okay, so who did you pick to beat Green Bay?
You thought last week?
Picked Dallas.
I picked Dallas.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I picked Dallas. Let me tell you why I picked Dallas. Again, Green Bay was losing 5. They lost 5 times, right? But now they switch things around. They switch things around. Once they switch things around.
They're reborn.
Yes. Yes.
From one game.
After one game. I'm not a Green Bay Packer fan.
Dallas Cowboys.
The Cowboys are good. They're winning games this year.
Playing against the Dallas Cowboys. No, they were winning games when Cooper Rush was playing.
Doesn't matter. They're what, 6-3? Tennessee is not that. I mean, I don't think they're 6-3. I think Tennessee might be 5-5. Let me look at the record. Pull this up here.
You know what? I'm going to make. I wish I could make an attempt to come out there and pray with you at church because you're going to need it.
I mean, Tennessee is 6-3. Dallas is 6-3. Okay. But
no, you go ahead. I mean,
but again, I think Green Bay. I think Green Bay is going to win. Again, I'm like you when it comes to this. Tennessee isn't prepared for the weather. It's going to come to them in Wisconsin. Just saying.
Well, Tennessee, it does get cool in Tennessee.
And Tennessee's only a one-dimensional team. One-dimensional. All they do is run the ball. Run the ball. Run. One-dimensional.
You know, I don't have to take this. You really believe?
Yes. Yes. And that's hard for me to say because I'm a Viking fan, but yes, I think Green Bay is going to win.
Okay, well, I mean, that's what you believe. You go ahead and believe it. But
I made my
picks.
And they play tomorrow.
This week.
They play tomorrow, by the way. So fans, listeners, subscribers, Green Bay and Tennessee plays tomorrow.
You know what?
So
we both picked Atlanta. Why would we both pick Atlanta?
because I'm playing in Chicago.
So you're saying Chicago can't win? You don't like what Justin Fields is doing in Chicago? He's got Chase Claypool. This is the first game.
Hold on, time out. Claypool didn't do anything last week against. He didn't do squat last week.
Okay, well, you know what? They have to gel, and this could be the game. Now, I picked Atlanta. I like Atlanta.
I think Atlanta is a little bit better this year than Chicago. Because everybody's gelling together already in Atlanta, right? Chicago has to gel.
I'm just gonna go.
And Chicago gave up one of the best defensive players.
Okay, already. Relax. Relax. Gee, the fans don't need to hear you unravel like that.
I'm just saying facts.
Okay, Mr. Facts.
I'm surprised that you picked Buffalo because last time you picked Cleveland to beat Miami, and I told you it wouldn't happen. Why'd you pick Buffalo this time?
Buffalo's coming off of an upsetting win, a loss.
Twice.
Okay?
Giants and
coming off of an upsetting loss. Now, Buffalo is facing two good rushing teams back to back.
That's true.
Right? Two good rushing teams with two tandem running backs.
Man, because Chubbs is he is something else in Cleveland. I think he's the best player they got.
Here's the thing. I don't think Brissett is good enough to be composed against that.
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say I gotta look because I think Watson's actually practicing now, so he's actually going to be helping Brissett because he gets to come back after this game.
He's helping Brissett, but Brissett is not going to be composed against that defense.
I don't think Brissett's good.
Toe-to-toe with Josh Allen.
I don't think Brissett's that good, in my opinion.
I don't think he is either, but he's been playing good this season.
Because he wants to put the sexual predator in line to make the playoffs, but it ain't going to happen.
Well, here's the problem. Watson's going to come back, but Watson hasn't played a snap since what? Preseason?
Exactly.
And he didn't look good in preseason.
Nope.
So he has to build that rapport with that receiving crew and all this other stuff. I don't think Watson's going to be effective this year.
Honestly, if I was the Browns, I would say Watson, hey, we paid you all this money, but go ahead and take this year off. Practice. Mush with the receiving core. Don't go out, because he's not really gelling with the receiving core.
Did you say mush?
Yeah, mush. He wants to mush.
Did you say mesh? Mesh?
Mesh, whatever, same thing. Same difference.
Mush is like mud. Have you ever eaten mush?
No.
It's nasty. But
you ate mud?
Going with it?
You ate mud?
I personally, I've tried mush.
Oh. But I mean, he needs to gel with that team, and he hasn't. Because you got to think, being suspended, he's not able to practice in that facility right now.
He may not even be able. I mean, he had a new allegation, as you recall.
Yeah, but he's practicing right now.
Yeah, he's practicing, but the investigation of this latest allegation is still up in the air. Okay?
Right.
So,
but with him being suspended all the way to. He wasn't out of practice until now. Preseason was different, but now regular season he couldn't practice until this week. So again, he's not going to gel because it takes more than 1 week to gel with the team.
Well, here's the thing: Buffalo's going to be quick.
I think Buffalo's going to smack Cleveland.
The question is, can they stop the run? Because Madison did pretty good. They
did. But here's the next question: can Cleveland shut down Diggs?
They got Ward out there. I think Ward can. I think he can go toe to toe with Diggs.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Now, if they line up and they put Diggs opposite side of Ward, and instead of assigning Ward to Diggs, then they'll have a problem.
All right, so Cleveland fans, if you guys are listening, I want y'all to chime in on this game. I want y'all to chime in. Tell us what you're thinking. Tell us if we're wrong. If Cleveland's going to win and why. I mean, I'd like to know.
Well, I hope they lose.
Yeah, because that's your division.
It's a division rival too, but yeah,
that's true.
I that's why I picked Buffalo. I think Buffalo is a better team on paper.
On paper, but is Josh Allen 100%? That's the question.
What did I tell you? I told you in the beginning of the season. I said Josh Allen is good during the regular season. But once he gets to the playoffs,
it's over with.
He chokes. They gave him all this money. The Bills Mafia, God bless them. They have all this faith, but he hasn't shown me anything yet. He hasn't shown me.
And he has Diggs over there.
Me that he's a great quarterback.
In a season.
In order to be great, you have to win the big one.
And he has Diggs. Diggs is one of the top, if not the top receiver.
Well, you know what? We'll see come postseason if
that is true.
Josh Allen can prove us wrong.
I think he's going to prove us right. Next pick, we both. This is going to be an interesting game because the Colts isn't great. They're not good, and they're going to start Matt Ryan again. But we both picked Philadelphia. The question is, how good is the Colts going to be against this defense with Matt Ryan at the helm? Because you got to think, Philadelphia, they know Matt Ryan pretty well.
Well, Morgan, again, you back me up against the wall to where I have to defend myself because we both picked the same team.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, are you saying that now that Philadelphia has a loss in the column, as a box checked in the loss column, that this will start a domino effect of losses?
I hope not, because I like Jalen Hurts, so I hope not. But a big possibility, because, again, I'm sorry, Colts fans, I'm not trying to bash your team. I think, to me, Washington's 10 times better than the Colts, but they're playing in Indianapolis. They're playing. Who
are they playing against? They're playing against Jeff Saturday.
That's true, and Matt Ryan at quarterback. But again, I want Philadelphia to win. Hands down, I want to win. But Jeff Saturday wants something. He got something to prove because he wants to take that position. Matt Ryan wants to prove everybody wrong because he was a starter beginning of the year, and all of a sudden, a couple of games he got benched. So,
so Philly lost.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's film, right? There's film.
Oh, definitely.
On how to play Philly and beat them.
But I don't think the coach has. I don't think coach has.
I think that's going to happen.
I don't think the coach has what it takes to beat Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia will lose again, but it won't be against the Colts.
Okay. Well, let's go to the next game then, Mr. Know-It-All.
We both have the Jets. And again, I can't stress over enough. I've always dogged the Jets, and here I am again, another week picking them. I picked them over New England.
Why are we picking the Jets? Why are we picking the Jets, Morgan?
I pick the Jets because I feel like the Jets has something to prove, A. And I think they're on paper they're better than New England. New England's has some issues at quarterback. They don't know if Mac Jones should be the starter. They don't know. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know.
Mac Jones is the starter.
He is,
You're
but
saying statistically, because you're a stats guy, the Jets are better on paper.
Yes.
I never thought I'd ever hear that from you.
Yes. I know. Nothing against.
They just did beat Buffalo, didn't they?
They did. Nothing against.
Now let me ask you this: can the Jets beat Minnesota?
Man,
do you think the Jets will give Minnesota a run for their money?
Here's the thing: I'm a Vikings fan for life. I'm a Vikings fan, but you got me back at the wall here. Minnesota beat Buffalo at Buffalo. I honestly think if they play better like they did, because here's the thing, Minnesota likes to play their way, right? If they play against the Jets way, they would win hands down. Don't come in here trying to.
Jets win in Buffalo.
They did.
That was just a what if. I don't know if the Jets are on your schedule this season.
They are, because I think we play them next week. I gotta look. Let me look. Yeah, I think.
Oh my goodness.
I think we do play them next week.
Oh my goodness.
Morgan,
you remember how you scolded me for?
No. We play the Cowboys this week. We play Patriots next week. Then we play the Jets.
Okay. So you scolded me for picking Buffalo against Minnesota.
But we're playing in Minnesota against the Jets.
Now the Jets in Minnesota, where are they playing?
They're playing in Minnesota.
You may be a little salty with me on that game.
Oh, you're a hater. It's okay because you're gonna be mad at me when I pick Baltimore twice over Pittsburgh again.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I'm just doing that out of spite because of what you're doing. You know that.
Good luck with that. I mean, think about it.
Because you know I'm not a Baltimore fan, and I don't like Baltimore. I like Lamar Jackson, but I don't like Baltimore. But I'm gonna pick Baltimore because you're doing this right now. You're throwing salt on the wound.
Let me ask you this, and then we'll move on. Are you ready for this question?
Wait.
Do you like the Jets?
Man, why gotta ask that question?
Do you like the Jets, and why do you like the Jets?
I don't like the Jets, but I think they have something to prove, and that's why I picked them this week.
Didn't you pick the Jets again another time?
Yes, because they want to prove something. They want to prove that they're for real.
Now you didn't pick the Jets to beat Buffalo.
I didn't.
But you have picked the Jets in the past.
I think 3 weeks in a row I did.
This is something that could bite you in the butt. You know what? I may pick Minnesota. But if the Jets win, oh my God, I can't wait for the show after that.
I'm gonna let you know if Minnesota loses against the Jets, I'm not gonna talk to you until the show starts. Moving on. We discussed this in the opening show that Cooper Kupp is out. You got the Rams over New Orleans at New Orleans.
Oh my God! Do we have to relive this again? Look, Matt Stafford. I believe in him. You don't. That's your deal. I don't care because Cooper Kupp is out. Matt Stafford will find a way.
Who is the other receiver over there?
Just like Rodgers found a way to win with his loser receivers over the Cowboys.
I guess we'll find out.
I believe that. Matt Stafford. Matty Ice is that other guy in Indianapolis, but Matt Stafford will find a way to get it done.
I mean, nothing against the Rams. Nothing. Their defense is stout, but they haven't played for their potential this year.
They haven't. Super Bowl hangover.
Injuries. Ram fans, I know we got some out there. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you think about the Rams versus New Orleans. Same thing with you, New Orleans fans. Let us know what you guys think. Please. I would like to know. But I don't see the Rams winning without Cooper Kupp. The running game ain't that good.
I'll give you props for believing in New Orleans. They have something with the Red Rifle out there. They got some things to work on. Defensively, I think they're pretty good, but they're playing the Rams, man.
The Rams are in last place in the division. Just going to throw it out there, too. They're 3-6? 3-6.
Okay. Well, let's just make this my upset pick, then, should we? Let's do that. Let's just make this my upset pick.
That's one of your upsets pick because the next one you got Detroit beating the Giants. The Giants.
You got that right. I don't believe in Danny Dimes. I just don't.
They are second in their division. What is there not to like about the Giants?
Philly was undefeated too.
Okay, that's true. That is true. But they're playing in New York.
What is it with you, man? I mean, Do you think Detroit is better than Washington? Probably not.
Definitely New York is way better than Washington. Again, New York is like second in that division. Washington is like almost dead last, if not last.
Yeah. So you don't think that Detroit has what it takes to beat New York?
No.
Obviously not, because you beat
No.
New York.
No.
Where's your confidence? What is it that you see in New York that makes them?
Their offense, defense. What is there to say? Hands down on paper, they're better.
What are you saying? How many points are they putting up per game this year? And they didn't really play any teams. I'm not saying that Detroit is a team.
Hold on, time out. Did you not say that I haven't played any team? Is that what you just said? You just said the Giants are 7-2, but they're an NFL team. They're playing. They beat the Ravens. They beat the Packers. They beat the Bears.
Did they beat Philly?
They beat Tennessee.
Did they beat Philly?
They haven't beat Philly yet. Shut up.
Exactly. They beat Tennessee. Okay, they beat Tennessee.
They beat Jacksonville.
Tennessee is a roller coaster team.
They beat Jacksonville. But you have Tennessee. But you have Tennessee beating. But you have. Hold on, time out for a second. You have Tennessee beating Green Bay.
I do.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Giants beat the Packers, so, and they beat Tennessee, but they also beat Baltimore.
Can the Giants beat Minnesota?
No, absolutely not. Why would you say that?
Hey, I'm throwing it out there. Okay, the Giants just don't do. I have to wait till the end of the season.
The Giants
do go into the playoffs. They're not going to win.
They're going to go to the playoffs, but they won't win. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. They're not going to win. The whole National Football League, they're in fourth, but they're not going to win because you got to think.
So you got the Giants. I have Detroit. We'll see. We'll see, right?
Right.
I just believe that. And then we're in New York, you said?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't matter.
I'm just going to ask this question. And I know what the answer is going to be because you don't like Baker Mayfield because he's going to start this week. But why did you pick Baltimore? Why?
Because on paper, Baltimore is a better team than Carolina.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Okay. I just wanted to ask.
Are you serious?
But you like upsets. You like upsets.
There's no way Baker Mayfield is going to upset anybody, okay, but himself.
I honestly don't think Baker Mayfield should even start for the rest of the year.
No, Baker Mayfield is not somebody that you would place money on. And I'm broke, so me being broke, I won't even bet on his ass, okay?
I wouldn't bet on him. I would bet against him. I mean, Carolina is not Washington.
I mean, didn't you pick Baltimore?
I did. The reason I picked Baltimore because hands down, they're, like you said, statistically they're better than Carolina.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So,
but you like upsets.
Is that your major malfunction too, or do you believe in Baltimore?
I believe in Baltimore beating Carolina. But here's the thing, though. Every week we do our picks. You pick every underdog to win besides Carolina. I was just curious.
Carolina will never be the underdog team to beat anybody, okay?
I was just asking. We both got Washington beating Houston. I'm hoping and praying that Chase Young is coming back this week. But we both got Washington.
Let me ask you something, and I want your honest opinion. You being somewhat football knowledgeable.
Somewhat? I am.
You don't think Pierce could wreck this game?
No. Washington shut down.
To run through Washington.
No, Washington.
Chase is back.
No, Washington shut down Philadelphia's run game. There's no way that this rookie is going to run over Washington. Not going to happen. No. No.
Oh, okay. That was my question.
Nope.
But I like the way Pierce was running.
Oh, don't get me wrong, he's good, but can this offensive line withstand the Washington defensive line?
We'll see. We'll see now. We both picked
Washington.
Yeah. We both picked them, but there's that scary thing that lingers in the back for me.
That's true. That's true. I mean, Houston did give Philadelphia a run for the money at first, at the beginning of when they played. But
absolutely,
I got Las Vegas over Denver. You got Denver. The reason why I picked Las Vegas is because, man, like Carr he got emotional. Did you see his press conference? He was emotional that after the game, really emotional. And Denver has ups and downs. I don't think Russell Wilson should be that quarterback over there in Denver. He isn't the same Russell Wilson that we know when he played in Seattle. He's not.
Let me ask you this. Morgan. And I ask you this because you have 19 kids, right?
19.
You've got more kids than any man should have. Let's just put it that way. Now, you said he was emotional, but kids are emotional that are bullied all the time.
It's true.
I don't think the Raiders can beat Denver, and Denver is not playing well at all, but it's a divisional game.
It is a divisional game, and they're playing in Denver. But again, Carr hates to lose, and I think that's why he was emotional, because he hates to lose. He doesn't want to lose. He wants to win. He brought over his good friend and Adams because he thought they both could take the Raiders to a playoff contender, right?
Do you know anybody that likes to lose? Come on.
Not like Carr. Carr takes it really bad.
So you're telling me that you would have Carr instead of your quarterback right now?
Yes, absolutely. I'll take Carr over Cousins any day. Next question.
What about Jackson?
I'll take Lamar Jackson over Cousins.
You would take Lamar Jackson, and you've got Justin Jefferson, and Lamar can't throw worth
Lamar can throw. I don't know what you are talking about. He has more passing yards.
Lamar can throw to his tight end.
He has more passing yards than he does rushing yards.
That's who would be getting the ball if Lamar came to Minnesota.
I don't think no.
Justin Jefferson wouldn't have Jack, okay?
Not true.
Not that I'm a Lamar hater, but I just...
Lamar Jackson has more career passing yards than he does career rushing yards.
Why did you pick Minnesota over Dallas?
I'm a Minnesota fan. Duh.
Okay, and?
They're better than Dallas? Next question. Why'd you pick Minnesota?
I picked Minnesota because on paper they're better than Dallas. But is there a chance that Dallas can beat Minnesota?
At Minnesota? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially if Prescott started? Absolutely not.
Okay, so if Dallas beats Minnesota, and I have Minnesota picked to win because...
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
What's going to happen if that happens? If that happens.
I don't know what you're talking about because it ain't gonna happen.
What if Dak Prescott
ain't gonna happen?
Wakes up.
Not happening.
And because of the pressure of having...
He barely beat the Lions. Not gonna happen.
Cooper Kupp nipping at his heels. Minnesota barely beat the Lions.
It doesn't matter. We won. Doesn't matter. We're 8-1. Doesn't matter. Cowboys 6-3.
Hey, I picked Minnesota, okay? I'm just saying, what if?
There is no if because Minnesota's going to win. They're going to win by 3 points.
3, that's pretty slim. So as long as it's a W.
It's 3 points, 2 points, still a win. A win's a win. And the reason why I'm saying 3 points is because it seems like this whole year they only win by 3 points besides when they play against the Packers.
So you're saying they've been playing ugly. They have been having ugly wins this year.
They had one ugly win, and that was against the Packers. But after that,
they had quite a few ugly wins. Didn't they play in London this season?
They did. They won by 3 points. Field goal. Against the Saints.
Thank you.
Shut up. Next question.
It's still a W. It's
still a W. Oh, matter of fact, I beat you 6 times, right? And you're losing. If I'm not mistaken, ain't Minnesota don't they have more wins than your team this year?
And what does that have to do with?
Because I picked Pittsburgh. I picked Pittsburgh over
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Because
Of course you picked Pittsburgh. Why wouldn't you pick Pittsburgh?
Because I like Joe Burrow, and and I picked them.
What's going on? What's going on in Cincinnati right now?
Chase is out. Chase is out. The line is terrible in Cincinnati. Joe Burrow is running for his life, and I think Watt is going to have about 3 sacks in this game.
Let me bring something to light with you on this.
And Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati already this year at Cincinnati
with Trubisky.
That's true. This is Kenny Pickett we're talking about. He's playing at home, and he wants his fans to see him play against Cincinnati.
That being said, we had 5 takeaways that game, and Mitchell Trubisky only produced 23 points on 5 takeaways.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen this game.
Go to overtime.
You got Pittsburgh's gonna win by 14 this time. 14.
Wow. I will give him 10.
No. Let me tell you why 14. You got Watt coming back. Hopefully Fitzpatrick comes back. You have a phenomenal quarterback. You have phenomenal 2 running backs. And your wide receivers is coming to life. Cincinnati can't stop that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cincinnati fans, but Pittsburgh all the way to this game.
So you don't have faith in Higgins?
No, not against this Pittsburgh's defense. I'm telling you, with Watt, this Pittsburgh defense is like, I don't know. It's like gold with Watt.
That's true. I mean, if Fitzpatrick comes back and we play DeMonte KZ, that'll add a big nickel. KZ is really good.
That's true.
But who's the other receiver? Higgins and
Boyd.
You don't have faith in him either.
No, I don't. Higgins has up and down games.
That's true. Yeah, we both got Pittsburgh. But
so Cincinnati fans, if you guys are listening, please chime in, comment. At the end of the show, I'll give you.
We don't want them to comment on anything.
I want them to comment.
I don't want to hear from Cincinnati fans. Cincinnati fans, no disrespect.
That's Holder saying that.
Only do for decades.
Please don't listen to Holder. Cincinnati fans, comment. Moving on. We both got Cincinnati. We both got Kansas City over Chargers. Hands down, I honestly thought Chargers was good this year because of what they did, but I have to go with Cincinnati this game.
You have to go with Cincinnati.
Oh, I mean Kansas City. Kansas City. My bad. I'm
Are you having a seizure right now?
No, I looked up too quick. I got Kansas City over the Chargers.
Okay, I got Kansas City over the Chargers, but the Chargers scare me.
They are, and they're playing in Los Angeles. But I just don't think they have what it takes to beat Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry, Justin. I like Justin Herbert, but I don't think that team has what it takes to beat Patrick Mahomes.
I picked Kansas City because, yeah, you're right. Kansas City has owned that division since Mahomes got there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He hasn't been dethroned from division champ.
That's true.
But Chargers scare me. Hopefully the Chargers play the way they're supposed to play to their potential.
It'll be a good game.
To at least make it a good game.
It'll be a good game.
But we'll see. I hold this game just like I hold the Minnesota game against Dallas.
We both got 49ers. This was a toss-up for me because it's a divisional game. But I like the 49ers' chance. I like their chances.
What are you talking about chances? 49ers are going to win this game. Arizona is, for some reason, just torn apart. They're like an abused wife right now, right? He's scared. The other teams are crazy. He's crazy. And I don't think Arizona has any confidence in themselves.
That's true.
Very talented team. Very talented team. But I don't think the morale is where it should be in Arizona.
You're right. Fans, if you're out there, any team fans, I don't care what team you like, give us a comment, shout out, let us know what you think. You can email us at thirddownwithmorganholder@gmail.com. That's third down, 3RD, down with morganholder@gmail.com. Or you can go on our YouTube channel, subscribe, comment. Please leave feedback.
Please. Because I want to hear you guys break down Morgan. Just break down. Don't pull any punches. Let him have
it. With that being said, guys, don't let fourth down get you.
Oh, it must be just the end of the show. Well, I guess I'll sign off by saying stay penalty free, and we'll see you next week.